What's up, Mama? I've got some labor prep movements for you. These are movements that I incorporated throughout my pregnancy and especially inside of that last trimester, that third trimester. So we're going to start on the ground. We're going to start in a tabletop position and we're going to get some segmental cat-cow. So wrists right under our hands, knees right under our hips, and your toes can be touching. Segmental cat-cow. We always start from the sacrum. We go segment by segment to find that cat position. And then we do it the other way, starting at the sacrum, going into that cow position, nice and slow. You're trying to check in with each segment of your spine. Let's do one more. And then if it feels good, you can do some pelvic tilts, make some C's on either side. I labored a lot during, like majority of my labor. It was actually quite short, but a lot in the tabletop position. So having adequate strength here is necessary. All right, next, find your shin box. Boom, 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 boom. And then you can use your hands because you're going to be late in your trimester. You're going to open up those hips, reach up, and we get a nice side body stretch here. You're going to come back down. You're going to shimmy, keep your feet on the ground, shimmy to the other side, and reach up. Woo! It should feel really good. Ideally, you get something like 5, so 10 total on each side. This will be 4 total. 3. Yep, this will be 6. And this will be 7. Are you breathing? Make sure you're breathing. 8. 9. Last one. 10. So you can feel it really opening up this whole situation right here. On either side of our pelvis, right? So right here, we have these hip flexors that come from the lumbar spine into the hips. And those are like bumper plates for baby to get in that nice position, that pelvic inlet position. All right, so next one, we're going to do a half kneeling. So it's like a half lunge. But, okay, find that lunge position. And then you're going to turn to the side. So that back leg might go a little angled. That's okay. You can hang out in this position like so. You can walk forward using a block, leaning on it. Or if you got a chair right there, that's nice. But this position I loved, loved, loved. It is almost like that half kneeling Captain Morgan position that you've seen during labor sometimes. Take about 10 breaths on each side. So we're going to switch to the other side. I'm going to show you what it looks like on the other side. Find that lunge and then turn. And it really opens up this space here. And it feels good on your ankles. Yeah. So baby is going to corkscrew almost their way down and out. And they travel through a path, almost like a J or a slide. So really having like 360 degrees openness is clutch. All right, now we got that one. Next, you're gonna just go back to that first leg, put your leg out to the side. These are sometimes referred to as adductor rock backs, but they're also like a half side lunge deal. They're super nice. Again, you can hang out at the bottom here, stack something, use a chair, get a nice stretch here. really opens up one side of the pelvic floor. Or you can just simply go nice and slow, down and up. Do about 5 on each side or 10 breaths. And I'm going to go to the other side. This is what that looks like. So like I said, I did these at least every other day, every 2 days, like probably every other day, y'all. Like I was diligent with my movement prep. All right. So now we've done some stuff on the floor. We're gonna come back into that tabletop position, lift our legs, and now we're in that nice high bear position. High bear meaning our pelvis is above our rib cage. I'm gonna take 2 or 3 breaths here. And then I'm gonna come to my knees, come to vertical, take 2 or 3 breaths here. And then I'm going to stand. So the next 2 things we're going to do standing. I'm going to adjust this. Actually, I want you to see my feet first. So one thing I like is really getting into some hamstrings, some back of the glutes. So if you have a block, grab a block. If you don't have one, order one. One thing I love is just doing some gentle hip swings. You're not forcing anything. You're just letting your legs swing like a little pendulum. It's really great for that neurological connection. All right, we're going to do the other side. All right, so we've warmed that up. Now you can stay standing next to the wall for guidance, or you don't have to. One thing I like to do is a little curb walking. If you don't want to go outside, you can use a block. Boom. And then we go to the other side. All right, so we've done some kind of relaxation, some curb walking. Now, my feet are about hip distance apart. One leg is up on the block. I'm going to, my left leg, this is my left leg. I'm going to take my right hand and reach towards the opposite corner of the room. And now I get a big, nice stretch in that back left glute. It's really nice for opening up pelvic floor on that space. Breathe. Diaphragm breathing. All my weight, I don't want to say all my weight, but a lot of weight is on this left side. And now I'm going to stand. So you can do a little movements back and forth like this, or you just simply hold it here. Hey. Okay, let's do the other side. So feet start about hip distance apart, maybe a little wider. Honestly, whatever's comfortable at this point. And then kind of shift your weight over and then just get on back. Reach that opposite hand to that opposite corner of the room. And think about that femur just rolling back in that hip joint. We'll do a few standing. You can even come up if that feels good. Honestly, y'all, there's no rules or anything. This is just what I've discovered. Feels really good and helps with my nice, direct, short labor. All right. And that's that. All right. We got 2 more things. And I'm staying like this so you can see my legs and my feet position. But a nice wide straddle, standing straddle. Now you're going to sit back just like you did on that block. Sit back to that one side. You can reach your hand if that helps. But remember, like if you have a belly, you're gonna be up here. And then shift to the other side. It helps to reach because now you're doing a little counter rotation, really pushing off the side of that foot and sitting back into that glute. We've taken what we've done on the ground and now this is the standing portion of it. Ooh, let's do one more each side. Boom. All right. Last thing, I like to end with a straddle stretch. And it is not like an aggressive gymnast straddle stretch. I usually have something I can sit on, nice wide feet. The wall has got me. I pull out my booty tissue. So I'm nice and tall, ribcage stacked on top of my pelvis. Give my feet a nice flex and then relax. And this is where I'm going to sit for about 5 minutes, diaphragm breathing. This is one of the best pelvic floor relaxation exercises. It looks like this. Fast forward 5 minutes, boom. All right, those are my favorite labor prep movements. Enjoy.